So, good morning, students. Welcome in lecture of Math F113 Probability and Statistics. Here we are going to solve the mid-semester examination paper of second semester 2019-20. Let us start with the first question. There are k greater than equal to 3 bags, each containing m black and n white marbles. A marble is randomly chosen from the first bag and transferred to the second bag. Then a marble is randomly chosen from the second bag and transferred to the third bag, and so on until a marble is randomly chosen from the kth bag. Find the probability that marble chosen from first part, the third bag is black, and second part, the kth bag is black. So let us see the solution of this question. So here we have the k bags. So we consider I vary from the 1 to k. So as you know, always to start to compute the probability, we have to define the event and the random variable. So here we define the event wi for I from 1 to k. Then marble drawn from ith bag is black. So means here we are defining the wi, the marble the marble drawn from the ith bag is black. So from the given event, probability of w1 will become m upon m plus n, because there are m black marbles and n white marbles. So the probability of the complement will be the n upon m plus n. Now, if you compute the probability of W2, so W2 means it is the transfer of the marble from second bag to third bag. So it will be the, or you can say, it is the draw of marble in the second bag. So probability of W2 will be the, using total probability, since W1 and W1 complement are mutually exclusive and adjustive. So probability of W2 using total probability rule will become the probability of W2 given W1 into probability of W1 plus probability of W2 given W1 complement into probability of W1 complement. Since in the first transfer we have the black ball, so total we have the m plus 1 black balls. So the probability of W2 given W1 will become m plus 1 upon m plus n plus 1. Since now we have the m plus 1 black balls, and total number of balls will become m or marble will become m plus n plus 1 into probability of W1. And here we have the probability of W2 given W1 complement. Means there are m plus n plus 1 marbles uh, and m black marbles only. So it will become m upon m plus n plus 1. And probability of W1 complement can be written as 1 minus probability of W1. Probability of W1. Here we can write. Right. So on solving you will get 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into probability of W1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So we have already computed the value of probability of W1 as m upon m plus n. So just you put the value here. So it will become 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into m upon m plus 1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. Now, if you compute P of W3, what is the W3? Means in the third draw, we have the black ball. So P of W3, it depend over the outcome of the W2. And we know that W2 and W2 complement are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. So using the total probability, P of W3 can also be written as P of into probability of W3 complement. So it can also be written as m plus 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into probability of W2 plus m plus n plus 1 into 1 minus probability of W2. So because probability of W2 complement is equal to 1 minus probability of the W2, and probability of W3 given W2 is equal to m plus 1 upon m plus n plus 1, since there are m plus 1 black out of the total m plus n plus 1 marbles. And probability of W3 given W2 complement will be the m upon m plus n plus 1, since there are m black marbles out of m plus n plus 1 marbles. So this can be written as, on solving, 1 upon m plus 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into probability of W2 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So the value of probability of W2 can be written from the above. So here, when we substitute the value of probability of W2, so it will become 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into m upon m plus n plus m upon m plus n plus 1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So, if you perform the algebra here, so m upon m plus n into m plus n plus 1 whole square, in bracket we have 1 plus m plus n plus m plus n into m plus n plus 1. So on solving, you will get the m upon m plus n. Similarly, in the second part, you have to prove for the kth bag. Kth bag is black. From the kth bag, it is the black. So let us assume I belongs to, I can take any value 2, 3 to k. So in the similar fashion, we will drive. So we know that Wi minus 1 and Wi minus 1 complement are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. So using the total probability rule, we can drive the probability of event Wi. So probability of Wi will is equal to the probability Wi given Wi minus 1 into probability of Wi minus 1 plus probability of Wi given given Wi minus 1 complement into probability of the Wi complement. So as we have seen in previous part, here also we have m plus, here we have the m plus 1. So m plus 1 upon m plus n plus 1 probability of Wi minus 1 plus m upon m upon m plus n plus 1 into 1 minus probability of the Wi minus 1. Means here we, whatever the explanation I have given in the previous steps, and that directly you can apply. So it can also be written as 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into probability of Wi minus 1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So if you have to compute required probability is what? Probability of the Wk. So it can be written using the above recursive formula. It can be written as 1 upon m plus n plus 1 probability of W of k minus 1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. And this probability now you can write in terms of the probability of the wk minus 2, right? So here we have substituted the value of probability of the wk minus 1 in terms of the probability of wk minus 2. So it can be written as 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into 1 upon m plus n plus 1 into probability of the w k minus 2 plus m upon m plus n plus 1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So on solving, here you will get 1 upon m plus n plus 1 whole square into probability of w of k minus 2 plus m upon m plus n plus 1 whole square plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So now probability of wk minus 2 you can write in terms of the probability of wk minus 3, and probability of wk minus 3 you can write as a in terms of the probability of wk minus 4, and so on. So the probability of the probability of wk can be written as 1 upon, if you substitute, right, as a chain, so it will become 1 upon m plus n plus 1 to power k minus 1 into probability of w1 plus m upon m plus n plus 1 power k minus 1 plus dash 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 plus m upon m plus n plus 1 whole square plus m upon m plus n plus 1. So here if you will see, this series is nothing, it is the geometric series. Geometric series or having the k minus 1 terms. It is a series with k minus 1 terms, and terms are in geometric progression. So the first term is what? First term is m upon m plus n plus 1 power k minus 1, and common ratio is m plus n plus 1. So here, since m and n are not equal to 0, so m plus n plus 1 is not equal to 1. So it is a finite geometric series. So here you can write the sum of this series as, right, here we write the sum. So it can be written as a into r to power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. So it will become m upon m plus n plus 1 power k minus 1 into m plus n plus 1 to power k minus 1 upon m plus n plus 1 minus 1. So this can be written as uh, m upon m plus n into 1 minus 1 upon m plus n plus 1 to power k minus 1. So all what wherever its requirement, here we put in this geometric series we put the sum. So probability of the wk will become 1 upon m plus n plus 1 to power k minus 1 into probability of w1 plus, now here we are putting the required sum. So m upon m plus n into 1 minus 1 upon m plus n plus 1 to power k minus 1. So here on solving you will get the m upon m plus n. So here we have the solution of the first question. Now second question, let x be discrete random variable that assumes the value minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. It is given that probability of x is equal to minus 2 is equal to x is equal to minus 1 is equal to probability of x is equal to 1 is equal to probability of x is equal to 2, and probability of x less than 0 is equal to probability of x is equal to 0 is equal to probability x greater than 0 is equal to alpha. In the first part, you have to determine the PMF, probability mass function, and the CDF of the X. Then in the second part, you have to compute, find the moment generating function of x and hence evaluate e of x square. So it is a question of discrete random variable. So what the information is given to you in question number second. First, x is the discrete and it can take the value -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. So following information is given to you that probability for x is equal to -2, x is equal to -1, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2 are equal, and probability of x less than 0 is equal to 0 and greater than 0 is equal to alpha. Since total probability is 1, sum of all probability is equal to 1. So if you take the sum for all values of the x, means probability of x less than probability of x less than 0 plus probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x greater than 0 is equal to 1. So it is given to you as a alpha. So here alpha plus alpha is equal to 1. So this will give you alpha is equal to 1 by 3. Now it is also given to you probability of x less than 0 is equal to 1 by 3, and x is equal to 0, x less than 0 means x is equal to -2 and x is equal to -1 for the given problem. So 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 is equal to probability of x is equal to -2 plus probability of x is equal to -1. And it is also given to you probability of x is equal to -2 is equal to probability of x is equal to -1. So it can become or can be written as 2 into probability of x is equal to -2 is equal to 1 by 3. So x is equal to -2, um, probability of x is equal to -2 will become 1 upon 6, and which is equal to probability of x is equal to -1. Similarly, here we have another information, probability x greater than 0 is equal to 1 by 3. So x is greater than 0 means x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So it will give you a probability of x is equal to 1 plus probability of x is equal to 2 is equal to 1 by 3. And it is also given to you probability of x is equal to 1 is equal to probability of x is equal to 2. So when we substitute, it will become 2 into probability of x is equal to 2 is equal to 1 by 3. So probability of x is equal to 2 will be the 1 by 6, which is equal to the probability of x is equal to 1. So here you can write the PMF for the x. So here x can take -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2. So PMF will become probability of x is equal to 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 3, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. So if you have to write the CDF, so x less than equal to x, so it will become, right, it will become 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6, and here we have the 6 by 6, that is equal to 1. Then in the second part, uh, it is asked determine the moment generating function. So moment generating function is nothing, it is the expectation of e to power xt. So x is equal to -2, -1, 0, 1 and 2, and corresponding probability means here e to power x2 can, this is equal to what? It is the summation for x for x e to power x2 into fx. So here we have computed or 1t plus 1 by 6 e to power 2t. So it can be written as 1 by 6 e to power minus 2t plus e to power minus t plus e to power t plus e to power 2t plus 2. Now you know that we can compute the second moment ex square. So it from the moment generating function. by computing the second derivative at t is equal to 0. So e of x square is equal to d2 upon dt2 of mxt at t is equal to 0. So here we have computed the second derivative, and when we put the t is equal to 0, you will get the required value of expectation as a 5 by 3. So that is the second question. Now let us move to third question. If the probability that a child exposed to certain contagious disease will catch it is 0.3, what is the probability that 10th child exposed to disease will be the fourth child to catch it? How many children would you expect to be exposed to disease till fourth child catches the disease? So this is the question of negative binomial. So here first we define the random variable x, the number of children who do not catches or catch the disease until the fourth child catches the disease. So here x follow the negative binomial distribution with parameter r and p, where r is equal to 4 because we are talking for the fourth child, and p is equal to zero point 0.3. So we know that the probability mass function for the negative binomial with parameter r and p is equal to x plus r minus 1, choose r minus 1, p to power r, 1 minus p to power x for the x from 0, 1 to dash dash dash. So in the question they are asking, or it is asked, what is the probability of the 10th child? So probability of the 10th child exposed till fourth catches disease. So it means here the 10th child means x is equal to 6, or 6 children are not catching the disease. So x it is equal to the probability x is equal to 6. So in the formula of the PMF, when we put, it will become 6 plus 4 minus 1, choose 4 minus 1, p to power 4, 1 minus p to power 6. So it will become 9, choose 3, 0.3 to power 4 and 0.7 to power 6. So its probability will be the on solving 0.08. Now in the second part, they have asked find the expected number of children. Right. In the second part, they have asked how many children would you expect to be exposed to the disease till fourth child catches disease. So you have to compute the expectation of total number of children. So here let y represent the number of children exposed to disease until the fourth child catches the disease. So here y is equal to x plus 4, because we want the fourth child catches the disease. So and x will be the which do not catch the disease. So total number of children will become x plus 4. So y is equal to x plus 4. Now you have to compute expectation of y. So e of y is equal to we can write as a e of x plus 4, and expectation follow the linear property. So it can be written as e of x plus 4. And for the negative binomial, we know that what is the e of x? It is the r into 1 minus p upon p. So here we write r into 1 minus p upon p plus 4. So just you put the value of p and r as a 0.3 and 4. So it will give you required number of expected means, or you can say expected number of children. So that is the 13.33. So here we have the alternative methods also to solve this question. So you may try that also. Now let us move to question number 4. For a Poisson random variable x with parameter mu, prove or disprove that probability of x is odd is equal to 1 minus e to power minus 2 mu. So here we have to prove or disprove this required probability. So what is given to you in the question number 4? that x follow Poisson distribution with parameter mu. So what is the PMF for the Poisson distribution? Fx with parameter mu is equal to e to power minus mu, mu to power x upon factorial x, and x can take the value 0 to s dash. Now the ask, you have to determine the value of probability of x is odd. So x is odd means odd, all the odd value we have to check 1, 3, 5, 7, factorial of 2x plus 1 using the above PMF formula. So e to power minus mu it will be minus 2x plus 1 some for zone upon factorial n, and e to power minus x can be written as 1 plus minus x cube upon factorial 3 and so on, which can be written as summation n is equal to 0 to infinity minus x to power n upon factorial n. So when we subtract second from the first, e of x minus e of minus x can be written as summation n is equal to 0 to infinity x to power n upon factorial n into 1 minus 1 to power n. So here when n is even, so minus 1 to power even will become 1. So 1 minus 1 will be the 0. When n is odd, so minus 1 to power n will become the minus 1. So 1 minus of minus 1 will become the 2. So here we have written when n is even, 1 into 1 minus 1 to power n will become 0. And when n is odd, it will become the 1 minus 1 to power n is equal to 2. So this difference can be written as e to power x minus e to power minus x is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to infinity x to power 2n plus 1 upon factorial of 2n plus 1 into 2, right? Because this for the odd n we have the result 2, for the even n we have the result 0, so we can write this. So same expression we have in the above, right? Required probability here, the same expression we have, this expression. So in place of this we can put, right, we can put this value. So here therefore probability of x is odd will become the e to power minus mu upon 2, and in bracket it will become e to power mu minus e to power minus mu. So that can be written as 1 upon 2 into 1 minus e to power minus 2 mu. So here you can say now you have disproved whatever given to you, now you have disproved this. So let us move to question number 5. In the question number 5, let x be L 0. You have to determine the value CF to PDF of the y, where y is equal to 2x plus 3. So here it is given to you x, for x is the continuous random variable. So CDF will be the fx is equal to minus infinity to x fy dy. So when x belongs to interval 0 to 1, fx will become 0 to x fy dy. So fy is what? Y, right? Fy dy. So fy is what? it is the y, so 0 to x y dy. So on integration you will get on integration and putting the in limits, you will get the x square by 2. Now when x is in interval 1 to 2, so fx will become 0 to 1 fy dy plus 1 to x fy dy. So in this interval fy is equal to y, and in this interval fy is equal to 2 minus y. So here we have substituted the required integrand according to limit. So on integration you will get y square upon 2 limit 0 to 1, and here 2y minus y square by 2 limit 1 to x, limit 1 to x. So on putting the upper limit and lower limit, you will get the required expression minus 1 plus 2x minus x square by 2. So here CDF can be written as fx is equal to 0 for x less than 0, x square by 2 for the x from 0 to 1, and minus 1 plus 2x minus x square by 2 from 1 to 2, and 1 when x greater than 2. Now in the second part you have to determine the PDF of the y, where y is what? Y is given to you as a 2x plus 3. So y is equal to 2x plus 3 given to you. So x can be written as y minus 3 upon 2. So you have to compute the value of means if you have the CDF of the y. So CDF of y can be written as fyy. So wherever we have y, right, so or x, there you put the value of the y, x is equal to y minus 3 upon 2. So here we have the fyy will become the y minus 3, y minus 3 upon 2. Wherever we have the x, there you put the y minus 3, y minus 3. In all the expression you put the y minus 3. So it will become, right, it means in the CDF of the fx, right, here we have the fxx. So in this CDF just you put x is equal to y minus 3 upon 2. So everywhere you in place of the x you put y minus 3 upon 2. So on solving you will get, for example in the first 0, so here the interval will become y less than 3. Second, y minus 3 upon 2 whole square upon 2. So this will become y minus 3 whole square upon 8 for the range. uh, yes, for the range 3 to 5, and from the third minus 1 plus 2 into y minus 3 upon 2 minus y minus 3 upon 2 whole square upon 2. So it will become minus 1 plus y minus 3 plus y minus 3 whole square upon 8 for the range 5 to 7, and it is equal to 1 when y is greater than equal to 7. So you know that from the CDF we can compute the PDF by taking the differentiation. So when we take the differentiation of this expression and this expression, so here you will get the required expression for the PMF. So on taking the derivative, so f of y means PDF, it will become y minus 3 upon 4 for the range y between 3 to 5, and 7 minus y upon 4 for the interval range 5 to 7, elsewhere it is the 0. So in this way, from the knowledge of the CDF of the x, we can derive the CDF of the y. Then from the taking the derivative we can derive the PDF for the y. So that is the question number 5. Now Question number 6. In a state with 100 dams, the probability that dam is dry is zero point 0.7. For a year, state government declare a dot if at least 75 dams are dry, while the central government declares a dot if at least 80 dams are dry. Using normal approximation, find probability that for a year the decision of the state government to declare drought is not approved by central government. So here, if you assume the random variable, let x be the number of dry dam out of the 100. So x follow the binomial distribution with parameter n is equal to 100 and p is equal to zero point 0.7. So from here you can compute the mean and variance. So mean is equal to np and variance is equal to npq for the binomial variate. So mean is equal to mu is equal to np is equal to 100 and 2.7. So it will become 70, and variance is equal to sigma square is equal to npq is equal to 100 into zero point 0.7 into zero point 0.3. That will become the 21. Now we check whether we can approximate the binomial with the normal variate or not. Since np is equal to 70 is greater than 10 and n into 1 minus p is equal to 30 also greater than 10, so x can be approximated by the normal variate. So here we take the normal variate as a y with parameter mu is equal to 70 and variance sigma square is equal to 21. Means here we take the mu and sigma, whatever the mu and sigma for the binomial. So here they have asked that what is the probability. In this question they have asked find the probability that for a year the decision of the state government to declare a drought is not approved by the central government. So when the central government will announce the drought when there are at least 80 dams dry dam, right? So in this case the required probability will become probability of x less than 80, then only the central government will not allow. So probability of x less than 80 given x greater than equal to 75. So we know that probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B divided by the probability of B. So this can be written as probability of x between 75 to 79 upon probability of x greater than equal to 75. So now we see the numerator. So numerator will be the probability of x between 75 to 79. So it can be approximated by using the half unit correction. By using half unit correction, it can be approximated by the normal variate. So this is equivalent to probability 75 minus 0.5 less than equal to y less than equal to 79 plus 0.5. So it will become probability of 74.5 less than equal to y less than equal to 79.5. So when we subtract the mu and divide by the sigma, it will become the standard normal variate. So probability of 74.5 minus 70 upon root of 21 less than equal to z less than equal to 79.5 minus 70 upon root of 21. So it will become phi of 2.07 minus phi of 0.98. So the required probability will be the 0.1443. Similarly, for the denominator, probability x greater than equal to 75. It is equivalent to when we approximate with the normal variate, probability of y greater than equal to 75 minus zero point 0.5. Please don't forget to add or subtract the required half unit correction. So 75 minus zero point 0.5. So probability of y greater than equal to 74.5. So this is the 1 minus phi of 0.98. So here it can be written as 0.1635. So here the required probability of x less than 80 given x greater than equal to 75 will become 0.1443 upon 0.1635. So it will become 0.8825. So that is the required probability. Now let us move to question number 7. The distance traveled in kilometer on highway to reach second restaurant is gamma random variable with mean 10 and variance 50. Find probability that one need to travel at least 20 kilometer but at most 50 kilometer to reach second restaurant. So this is the question of gamma distribution. Here x is equal to distance travel means continuous distance travel on highway. So on highway to reach the second restaurant. So x follow the gamma distribution with parameter alpha is equal alpha and beta, and it is given to you that mean is equal to 10 and variance is equal to 50. So mean for the gamma variate is alpha beta, and variance for the gamma variate is alpha beta square. So alpha beta is equal to 10 and alpha beta square is equal to 50. So when we solve this two, here you will get the alpha is equal to 2 and beta is equal to 5. So here and we know that PDF for the gamma distribution fx with parameter alpha beta is equal to 1 upon beta to power alpha gamma of alpha x to power alpha minus 1 e to power minus x upon beta for x greater than 0, else where it is 0. So just in this expression you put alpha is equal to 2 and beta is equal to 5, you will get the required PDF. Fx is equal to 1 upon 5 square upon gamma of 2 x to power 2 minus 1 e to power minus x upon 5. So gamma of 2 is equal to 1 into factorial of 1 and factorial of 1 is 1. So this will become gamma of 2 is equal to 1. 5 square is 25. X to power 2 minus 1 means x e to power minus x upon 5. So here the fx will become x into e to power minus x upon 5 upon 25 for x greater than 0, else where it is 0. Now in the question they have asked what is the probability that a person has to travel at least 20 and at most 50 kilometer for the second restaurant. So probability x in the interval 20 to 50. So since it is the continuous random variable, it will become the 20 integration 20 to 50 fx into dx. So integral 20 to 50 fx, you put the value of the fx x e to power minus x upon 5 upon 25 into dx. So just you integrate by parts and put the upper limit and lower limit, you will get the required probability as 0.0911. Now let us move to last question number 8. So here for the p between 0 to 1, define 100 into pth percentile of a continuous random variable, right? So this is just definition. So now in the b part you have to determine the 100th percentile for the random variable y, uh, right? In the third part you have to define what is the meaning of z alpha. Then you have to state and prove the Chebyshev inequality for the continuous random variable. So all are the theoretical question, so you can refer from the book, right? So here we are stopping the solution of the mid semester examination of second semester 2019-20. So hopefully you have learned the different concept here. Thank you.